The transformative power of cleanliness in Buddhism. Welcome to Buddhist philosophy, where we explore the profound insights that can reshape our everyday lives through the lens of Buddhist teachings. Today, we embark on an enlightening journey into the transformative power of a clean space, an essential concept that resonates deeply within both ancient wisdom and contemporary mindfulness practices. Imagine walking into a room cluttered with belongings, old clothes, broken items, and various distractions. The chaos can feel overwhelming, creating an environment that stifles clarity and peace. Now, picture the opposite, a serene, organized space where every item holds purpose and energy. Which environment feels more inviting? Which inspires creativity, calm, and a sense of well-being? In Buddhism, cleanliness extends beyond mere physical order. It reflects a deeper understanding of energy and attachment. Each object in our lives carries energy, influencing our mental and emotional states. As we navigate our daily routines, we often overlook how these possessions impact us. In this session, we will explore how decluttering can clear not just our physical spaces but also our minds, leading to a more harmonious existence. Throughout this video, we will delve into the Buddhist perspective on the energy within objects, the symbolism behind broken items, and the significance of worn-out shoes. We'll examine how memories of the deceased can tether us down and discover the liberating simplicity of living with less. Join us as we uncover these insights, drawing parallels with well-known figures who embody this philosophy. Think of the Dalai Lama, who teaches the importance of letting go of attachments for spiritual growth, or Marie Kondo, whose decluttering methods resonate with the very principles we'll discuss today. Together, let's embark on this journey toward a cleaner, clearer, and more energized life. Section 1. The energetic value of a clean space. In any discussion about space and energy, one key principle emerges: a clean space holds positive energy and allows for clear, focused thinking. This isn't a new concept. Ancient traditions and modern psychology agree that the state of our environment reflects and impacts our mental and emotional health. In the realm of the law of attraction, a clean space symbolizes clarity, order, and readiness to receive good things. By maintaining a tidy environment, we're setting the stage for prosperity and growth. 1. The concept of energy and space. Energy isn't just some abstract idea, it's a force we feel and experience daily. Just think about the difference between walking into a bright, organized room versus a cluttered, dark one. There's an immediate reaction that's almost instinctual. Our bodies and minds respond to what we see and feel. A clean space brings a sense of calm, control, and well-being, while a cluttered space can feel overwhelming and chaotic. This isn't just a matter of personal preference, it's rooted in both science and spirituality. Studies show that cluttered spaces increase stress levels, impacting our mental health, focus, and ability to make decisions. Psychologist Sherry Borg-Carter notes that clutter bombards our minds with excessive stimuli, ultimately draining cognitive resources. This is why people often feel uneasy or anxious when surrounded by mess. Their minds are subconsciously absorbing the disorder around them. If you're familiar with how Steve Jobs or Jeff Bezos operated, you'll notice a similar mindset. Both valued clarity and simplicity in their workspaces, understanding that a clutter-free environment allowed for greater focus and creativity. 2. The Buddhist perspective on space and cleanliness. In Buddhist teachings, the idea of cleaning extends beyond physical tidiness. In Buddhism, external disorder can mirror internal chaos. The principle of non-attachment, central to Buddhism, suggests that clinging to unnecessary material items creates emotional and spiritual burdens. Letting go of clutter means letting go of attachments, which aligns with Buddhist values of simplicity, balance, and mindfulness. From a Buddhist perspective, keeping a clean space isn't just about appearances. It's a mindful practice that symbolizes letting go of ego-driven desires and embracing clarity and humility. It encourages us to adopt a mindset of non-attachment, freeing ourselves from the weight of possessions that don't serve a purpose. As the Buddha taught, true freedom comes not from what we acquire but from what we release. By keeping only the things we truly need and cherish, we're not just tidying our homes, we're practicing the art of mindful living. 3. The role of cleanliness in attracting abundance. The law of attraction emphasizes that what we focus on expands. If we're surrounded by clutter, it's hard to think clearly or feel motivated. We're essentially telling the universe that we're comfortable with disorder, which may subconsciously block us from receiving better opportunities or wealth. Many successful individuals like Oprah Winfrey and Bill Gates advocate for organized, intentional spaces as a foundation for productivity and success. Winfrey, for example, has spoken about her love for tidiness and order, understanding that an organized environment provides her with mental clarity and freedom to focus on the bigger picture. Having a clean space makes room for positive experiences and aligns us with an energy of abundance. When our environment is orderly, our minds are less distracted, allowing us to focus on our goals. This clarity helps us channel energy into what truly matters. Just like a gardener who pulls weeds to make space for new flowers, we clear our spaces to invite fresh, vibrant opportunities. 4. Practical steps for creating an energetic, clean space. Creating a clean, energetic space doesn't mean you need to overhaul your entire home or live a minimalist lifestyle. It's about making small, consistent efforts to reduce clutter and enhance your space's energy. Start with these steps. Daily tidying up. Set aside 10 minutes each day to tidy up common areas. This habit can make a huge difference in maintaining an organized home. Declutter regularly, every month or season. Go through your belongings and decide what to keep and what to let go. Ask yourself, does this item serve a purpose or bring me joy? If the answer is no, consider donating or discarding it. Mindful placement of items. Arrange furniture and decor in ways that create flow and openness, according to feng shui. For example, arranging furniture in a way that allows easy movement and clear sightlines supports positive energy flow. Although rooted in Chinese philosophy, this practice aligns well with both Buddhist teachings and modern ideas about wellness in the home. Intentional decor. Choose items that inspire or uplift you. For instance, natural elements like plants, rocks, or water features add a grounding energy, symbolizing balance and renewal. Personal items or photos can be wonderful too, but avoid cluttering surfaces. 5. Real-life examples of clean spaces and success. Take the case of Marie Kondo, who introduced the world to the KonMari method, a system of organizing that's transformed millions of homes worldwide. Her approach focuses on keeping only the items that spark joy, a practice that goes beyond aesthetics to emphasize intentionality. This approach aligns closely with Buddhist and law of attraction principles. When we surround ourselves with things that uplift us, we cultivate a more joyful, purposeful life. Even powerful CEOs and politicians like Warren Buffett are known for embracing simple, organized spaces. Buffett famously lives in the same modest home he bought in 1958, choosing simplicity over extravagance. This grounded approach to material possessions reflects a philosophy of focusing on what truly matters instead of accumulating more. These real-life examples aren't just about decluttering, they demonstrate a mindset of intentionality that aligns with the law of attraction. By curating their environments thoughtfully, they've created spaces that support their goals and aspirations. 6. The long-term benefits of a clean space. Maintaining a clean, energetic space has benefits that extend far beyond aesthetics. For one, it promotes better mental health. When our homes are in order, we feel in control and at peace, which reduces stress and improves our ability to focus. Moreover, a clean environment makes it easier to maintain a positive routine. Instead of wasting time looking for misplaced items or feeling overwhelmed by clutter, we can invest our energy into meaningful activities. Psychologists have found that people with organized spaces tend to be more productive, disciplined, and relaxed. This may be because the brain can process information more efficiently in an orderly environment. The physical act of cleaning itself can also serve as a form of meditation. In Zen Buddhism, temple cleaning is an essential daily practice, not as a chore, but as a way to cultivate mindfulness and respect for one's surroundings. By cleaning and organizing, we're not just maintaining a home, we're creating a sanctuary that nurtures our mind and soul. 7. A clean space as a reflection of inner clarity. Ultimately, a clean, organized space is a reflection of inner clarity and calm. Just as a garden flourishes when it's free of weeds, our minds thrive in environments that are free of unnecessary clutter. This principle, embraced by the law of attraction and rooted in Buddhist philosophy, reminds us that the state of our external environment affects our internal world. By prioritizing cleanliness and intentionality, we're setting the tone for a life that's focused, peaceful, and open to positive energy. We're telling ourselves and the universe that we're ready for the abundance we seek, and we're prepared to welcome it with clarity and purpose. In this way, a clean space is far more than an organized home, it's an essential foundation for living a balanced, fulfilling life. Section 2. Broken objects, holding on to negative energy. In understanding how our environment influences our state of mind, broken objects play a surprisingly powerful role. These items are often subtle yet significant carriers of negative energy, mirroring unresolved issues or stagnant phases in our lives. In fact, they can affect not only our mood but also our ability to focus, make progress, and attract positivity. From a psychological standpoint, broken items represent a dissonance in our environment, a disconnect between our desires for wholeness and the presence of things that are fractured or incomplete. This principle is also supported by teachings across cultures, particularly in practices like feng shui, Buddhism, and the law of attraction, which emphasize the importance of maintaining harmony and balance in one's physical space. 1. Psychological impact of broken items. Broken items around the home or workspace are not just benign pieces of clutter. Studies in psychology have shown that these objects can serve as persistent visual reminders of unfinished business, whether literal or symbolic. They subtly communicate messages of neglect, avoidance, or even failure, as they represent things we haven't fixed or made whole. This can lead to feelings of unease, stress, or frustration, even if we're not consciously aware of them. Think of it this way: walking past a broken lamp or a cracked mirror every day might seem insignificant at first, but over time, it can start to weigh on us. Much like how visual clutter creates cognitive overload, broken items impose mental noise that drains our emotional energy. This cumulative effect can be mentally exhausting, especially if we're surrounded by multiple items needing repair or replacement. For example, someone who often puts off fixing things might start to feel overwhelmed by the sheer number of to-dos piling up, which can create a sense of stagnation. Many high-performing individuals, such as Jeff Bezos or Richard Branson, are known to prioritize an environment of completeness and clarity. Bezos, in particular, is recognized for his attention to detail and relentless focus on improving Amazon's processes. This mindset extends to his personal life as well. He's meticulous about creating a well-maintained, distraction-free space that reflects the organized, efficient operation he envisions for his company. Branson's island retreat, Necker Island, is similarly free of clutter and broken items, designed instead to foster relaxation, creativity, and positivity. 2. Cultural perspectives on broken objects and energy. Many cultures teach that broken items hold on to negative energy, interrupting the flow of positivity within a space. In Japanese culture, for example, there is a practice known as kintsugi where broken pottery is repaired with gold lacquer, turning flaws into beautiful features. While kintsugi respects the history of an item, it also symbolizes renewal and the ability to create something better from the broken. The principle here is transformation. It's about not allowing brokenness to remain static but instead choosing to either repair or release it. Similarly, feng shui, the ancient Chinese art of arranging spaces for harmony and energy flow, warns against keeping broken or malfunctioning items. These objects are thought to block Kai or life energy, creating an imbalance that can manifest as issues in other areas of life, such as health, relationships, or finances. Feng shui experts suggest that broken objects should either be repaired or removed to restore the flow of energy, as stagnant energy from these items can create a sense of stagnation in life. Even if we don't practice feng shui, it's easy to see the logic. By holding on to broken items, we are effectively holding on to parts of ourselves that are unaddressed or unresolved. This approach is echoed in Buddhist teachings as well, which encourage non-attachment to physical items and advocate for the release of things that no longer serve us. The Buddha taught that attachment leads to suffering, and by clinging to broken items, we may be clinging to unresolved emotions or situations that hold us back. In this way, letting go of broken items can symbolize the shedding of past difficulties and embracing a fresh start. 3. Broken items as symbols of emotional baggage. When we hold on to broken items, we may unconsciously be holding on to emotional baggage. Broken objects can symbolize fractured relationships, failed endeavors, or missed opportunities, things we have yet to move past. This concept is particularly relevant when we consider items that have sentimental value but are no longer functional, such as a broken watch from an ex-partner or a cracked photo frame holding a memory we're still attached to. In psychology, the term transference describes how we project our feelings onto objects, imbuing them with emotional significance. Keeping a broken object that reminds us of a painful memory can cause us to re-experience those emotions each time we see it, even if we're not aware of it. This concept is illustrated by people like Warren Buffett, who famously avoids clutter and unnecessary memorabilia in his office. Buffett prefers an environment free of sentimental distractions that could weigh on his focus or mood, allowing him to make rational, grounded decisions without emotional interference. For most of us, the items we keep around are infused with memories, both good and bad. But when it comes to broken items, we risk attaching ourselves to unresolved experiences or emotions, holding on to a cracked mirror from a past relationship, for instance, might subconsciously keep us tethered to that chapter in our lives, making it harder to move forward. When we finally discard or replace these items, we often feel an immediate sense of relief or lightness, as though we've let go of a burden we didn't even realize we were carrying. 4. The role of broken items in the law of attraction. The law of attraction suggests that our thoughts and environment influence our reality, meaning we attract what we focus on. In the context of broken items, keeping them around can symbolically attract more broken energy into our lives. This can manifest as a series of small setbacks, missed opportunities, or feelings of being stuck. Broken items are reminders of what isn't working, creating an atmosphere that subtly reinforces feelings of lack or dissatisfaction. Take Oprah Winfrey as an example. Known for her belief in the power of intentional living, Oprah emphasizes the importance of surrounding herself with items that inspire her and hold positive energy. Her homes and workspaces are thoughtfully arranged to reflect the life she wants to lead, filled with beauty, purpose, and completeness. In her view, every item in her space has meaning and contributes to her overall well-being. Oprah's approach aligns perfectly with the law of attraction by keeping her environment free of broken or negative objects. She makes room for abundance and success. In practical terms, replacing or discarding broken items aligns with the law of attraction by reinforcing positive intentions and a readiness to welcome new, whole experiences. This is a form of self-care, a way of telling ourselves that we deserve a well-functioning environment that nurtures rather than hinders us. 5. Steps to release broken items and embrace positive energy. Clearing out broken items doesn't have to be a daunting process. It's about setting the intention to let go of what no longer serves us and making space for what does. Here are some steps to help you release broken objects and create a space that aligns with positive energy. Acknowledge emotional attachments ***. If an item holds sentimental value, ask yourself if it's the item or the memory that you're attached to. Sometimes, taking a picture of the item before discarding it can help preserve the memory without keeping the physical object. Focus on functionality. If an item can be repaired, decide if it's worth the investment. If not, recognize that keeping a non-functional object isn't serving a purpose and might be time to let it go. Create a clutter-free zone. Start with a small space, like a desk or a corner of a room, and remove any broken or unnecessary items. Notice how this space feels once it's free of clutter or disrepair. The sense of calm and focus it brings can inspire you to clear out other areas. Practice gratitude ***. Before discarding a broken item, take a moment to thank it for its role in your life. This act of gratitude can help you let go with a sense of peace rather than regret. Be selective with replacements. When you replace broken items, choose pieces that resonate with your current goals or intentions. Surround yourself with things that uplift you and support your vision for your life. 6. The ripple effect of letting go of broken objects. The act of removing broken items from our spaces often has a ripple effect, inspiring us to assess other areas of our lives where we may be holding on to things that no longer serve us. This practice can extend to habits, relationships, or thought patterns that are outdated or unhelpful. Just as clearing a broken object can refresh our physical environment, letting go of unproductive habits or relationships can refresh our inner lives. Consider the example of Tony Robbins, a leading figure in personal development. Robbins is known for his philosophy of constant growth and renewal, regularly reassessing his goals, environment, and even his daily routines to ensure they support his purpose. He advocates for raising standards in all areas, including the physical space, as a way to align with one's best self. Robbins' approach demonstrates that even something as simple as clearing broken items from our lives can set a precedent for making other transformative changes. Certainly. Here's an analysis focusing on worn-out shoes, walking an enlightened path with insights on the symbolic and practical significance of shoes in reflecting our life path, values, and personal energy. Examples from well-known individuals help illustrate these ideas. Worn-out shoes, walking an enlightened path. Shoes have always been a powerful metaphor for our journey in life. In practical terms, worn-out shoes can be a reflection of past experiences, struggles, and growth. On a symbolic level, shoes represent our path, where we've been, where we are, and where we're going. Keeping worn-out shoes around can sometimes signify that we are holding on to parts of the past that may not serve our current or future purpose. This concept is apparent when we look at the lives of influential leaders who strive to keep their path clear and aligned with their goals. Figures like Elon Musk or Steve Jobs are known for being unafraid to let go of past failures, setbacks, or ventures that no longer align with their evolving vision, just as they are willing to pivot or abandon ideas that have lost relevance. Letting go of worn-out shoes can serve as a practical and symbolic step toward shedding unnecessary weight and moving forward with a lighter, clearer mindset. Shoes as a reflection of identity and growth. In many cultures, shoes are associated with personal identity, social status, and life's journey. For example, walking in the same shoes every day, even when they're worn out, can mean that we are unwilling to adapt, change, or embrace new experiences. Keeping them despite their state of disrepair may even hint at a resistance to progress, symbolizing a fear of the unknown or a reluctance to embrace the next chapter in life. If we take a look at President Barack Obama, his decision-making and approach to life embody an openness to change and self-improvement. He often speaks about the importance of resilience and adaptability, values that are mirrored in the symbolic act of moving forward with shoes that can support and sustain us. If one's shoes are worn out, they may hold memories or milestones, but they also represent a past that we might need to leave behind in order to fully step into the present. Psychological impact of worn-out shoes. From a psychological perspective, worn-out shoes may carry an unseen emotional weight. Holding onto them can act as a subtle reminder of unfinished goals, unhealed pain, or limitations that we may have experienced. In this sense, shoes are not only an accessory but also a narrative of the paths we've walked. When Oprah Winfrey famously talks about the importance of surrounding oneself with positive energy and clarity, it's an idea that applies here as well. Just as Oprah prioritizes her well-being by consciously choosing her environment and associations, replacing worn-out shoes with new ones symbolizes a refreshed commitment to moving forward with clarity. The importance of comfort and function in walking a clear path. Shoes that are worn out don't support our physical health, just as lingering on past issues doesn't support our emotional and mental well-being. Consider how leaders like Michelle Obama prioritize wellness and mental clarity. Michelle speaks often about the importance of taking care of oneself, a message that can be applied to letting go of anything that no longer supports us, including worn-out shoes. Just as ill-fitting shoes cause physical discomfort, holding on to things that no longer serve us can lead to emotional or mental discomfort. This idea is reinforced in concepts like feng shui, which emphasizes the flow of energy in one's environment. Feng shui advocates for a clear, intentional space, where items are not merely kept out of habit but instead reflect the present self. Worn-out shoes disrupt this balance, subtly draining our energy as they serve as reminders of past struggles or challenges. By replacing these shoes, we not only improve physical comfort but also remove a block that might hinder our psychological energy. Walking toward new opportunities. Every step we take should be toward growth and personal alignment. Keeping worn-out shoes can represent staying too long on a path that no longer brings joy or value. This is evident in the journey of public figures like Jeff Bezos, who continually adapts and moves toward innovation. His willingness to pivot Amazon's path multiple times, letting go of old strategies that have served their purpose, is akin to choosing a new pair of shoes that fits his current goals. Bezos' approach highlights the benefit of replacing the old with the new to ensure that every step aligns with a vision of progress. Practical steps to symbolize renewal. 1. Recognize the emotional attachment. Take a moment to reflect on why you're holding on to the shoes. If they represent a certain memory or chapter in life, acknowledge it and allow yourself to honor that memory without letting it impede your current path. This aligns with Marie Kondo's method of tidying up, where she suggests thanking objects for their role before letting them go. Walking toward new opportunities. Every step we take should be toward growth and personal alignment. Keeping worn-out shoes can represent staying too long on a path that no longer brings joy or value. This is evident in the journey of public figures like Jeff Bezos, who continually adapts and moves toward innovation. His willingness to pivot Amazon's path multiple times, letting go of old strategies that have served their purpose, is akin to choosing a new pair of shoes that fits his current goals. Bezos' approach highlights the benefit of replacing the old with the new to ensure that every step aligns with a vision of progress. Practical steps to symbolize renewal. 1. Recognize the emotional attachment. Take a moment to reflect on why you're holding on to the shoes. If they represent a certain memory or chapter in life, acknowledge it and allow yourself to honor that memory without letting it impede your current path. This aligns with Marie Kondo's method of tidying up, where she suggests thanking objects for their role before letting them go. 2. Consider the physical benefits of new shoes. New shoes not only provide better support but can also rejuvenate our outlook on life. Just as people in high-demand careers take time to renew and recharge, such as Warren Buffett's habit of reading to keep his mind sharp, a fresh pair of shoes can provide physical ease, enabling us to walk forward with comfort. 3. Replace with intention. Be thoughtful in choosing your next pair. Let this be a moment to evaluate your goals and aspirations. Figures like Elon Musk are intentional about aligning their actions with a greater vision, as seen in his ventures. By choosing shoes that fit who you are now, You're making a small yet meaningful statement about your path forward. 4. Commit to regular renewal. Life's journey will continue to shift. And so will your needs. Check in periodically to see if your shoes, and by extension, your path, still serve you. Leaders known for their adaptability, like Bill Gates, show us that it's okay to let go of what no longer fits and to renew as necessary. 5. Donate or repurpose. If the shoes still hold value, consider donating them. This act not only clears your space but allows the shoes to continue a new journey, even as you start yours. Figures like the Dalai Lama emphasize the cycle of giving and renewal, which can be a mindful way to let go of items that have served their purpose in our lives. Embracing a path of clarity and intention. Walking forward in life with clarity requires that we remain mindful of our past but are not bound by it. Worn-out shoes can become a symbol of self-awareness and reflection. By consciously choosing to let go of them, we demonstrate a readiness to welcome new opportunities and possibilities. Just as Oprah Winfrey surrounds herself with items that uplift and inspire, we can choose to align our possessions with our purpose. The journey is ongoing, and each step can be an opportunity to reimagine and refine our path. Worn-out shoes have walked their journey with us, but as we continue forward, embracing new and supportive steps is essential. From Barack Obama's resilience to Jeff Bezos' adaptability, the lesson is clear: prioritize the journey and ensure that each step is fully aligned with a purpose, a goal, and a vision for the future. Items from the deceased, honoring without holding back. Holding on to items from loved ones who have passed away is a deeply personal choice. These items often carry powerful memories and emotions, symbolizing connections to those we've lost. However, as meaningful as these belongings may be, clinging to them too tightly can sometimes hold us back from fully engaging in our present lives. There's a delicate balance between honoring the deceased through their possessions and being emotionally constrained by them. Even prominent figures and leaders, who face the inevitable losses of mentors, family, and friends, illustrate this balance in their journeys. The psychological impact of holding on to the past. Keeping items that belonged to the deceased can be comforting, but it can also create a psychological barrier to growth and acceptance. For some, these items can represent a safe emotional anchor in a sea of change. However, psychologists note that clinging too tightly to these objects can prevent a person from truly processing grief. When we rely on physical objects to maintain an emotional connection, we might avoid facing the reality of the loss itself. This isn't about forgetting or moving on quickly, but about allowing ourselves to engage fully with the present rather than being held back by memories anchored in physical items. Consider former President Barack Obama, who frequently refers to the legacy of his mother, Ann Dunham, who passed away when he was young. While he undoubtedly honors her memory, he has built his life and values based on her teachings rather than material belongings. By carrying forward the lessons she instilled in him, Obama embodies her spirit and impact in a way that actively shapes his life and leadership. Without being tethered to specific items, his approach serves as a reminder that the essence of those we love endures, even without a physical reminder. Honoring legacy versus preserving physical artifacts. There's a significant difference between honoring someone's legacy and preserving every physical artifact they left behind. It's natural to want to keep a few treasured items as reminders of those we've lost. But when these possessions accumulate, they can start to take over our lives and spaces, rather than focusing on items. Many grief experts encourage people to think about how they can incorporate the deceased's values, beliefs, or lessons into their own lives. This is a way to honor legacy without letting it become a burden. When Steve Jobs passed away, his widow, Laureen Powell Jobs, chose to honor his legacy not through his belongings but through foundations and projects that aligned with his vision for a better world. She recognized that his impact was far larger than any physical object, and she chose to carry on his memory in a way that looked forward. By dedicating herself to causes Steve was passionate about, Laureen effectively honored him while continuing her own life and growth. Understanding the balance, a practical approach. Many people feel guilty about giving away items from the deceased, fearing that doing so is disrespectful or dismissive. However, an important aspect of grieving is learning to separate memories from material objects. Some find it helpful to keep only a few meaningful items that best represent the loved one, rather than attempting to preserve everything. This selective approach is both practical and respectful, allowing individuals to honor their connection without becoming overwhelmed. Oprah Winfrey, a well-known advocate for mental well-being, has discussed the importance of letting go of physical clutter to maintain emotional clarity. She emphasizes that memories are not housed in objects but within ourselves. Oprah's philosophy suggests that while it's perfectly okay to keep a few precious belongings, the true connection to those who have passed lives in the lessons, values, and love they imparted. Symbolic versus practical possessions, knowing what to keep. In distinguishing between symbolic and practical possessions, it can be helpful to think about the intention behind each item. For example, a beloved book with handwritten notes may carry personal insights that connect deeply to the person's character and beliefs. In contrast, everyday items that don't hold specific meaning may be less necessary to keep. The Dalai Lama, who has been an inspiration to many, often speaks about non-attachment and the importance of letting go of material things. When his mentors and fellow monks have passed away, he carries their teachings and values forward in his actions and words, not in the accumulation of their physical belongings. His practice highlights the idea that holding on to wisdom is more meaningful than holding on to objects, and it's an approach that many find freeing. Creating personal rituals to honor the deceased. Another way to honor a loved one without relying on possessions is to create personal rituals or memorials. This could mean visiting a place they loved, volunteering in their name, or celebrating their memory on important dates. These rituals can often feel more impactful and freeing than keeping material items. Queen Elizabeth II, for instance, is known to privately honor the memory of family members who have passed away through personal rituals and annual events. The Queen upholds her family's legacy by continuing traditions and embracing values they held dear, rather than keeping large collections of their belongings. This shows that honoring the deceased doesn't have to mean holding on to all of their possessions, it's about continuing their impact in meaningful ways. Moving forward while holding on to values, not objects. The essence of those we love is often embedded in their values, actions, and teachings rather than physical items. When we prioritize these over objects, we allow ourselves to grow while still feeling connected to them. In fact, moving forward with a focus on values rather than material objects often allows for a richer, more meaningful connection. Take Bill Gates, who, while respecting the legacy of his mentors and parents, channels their teachings and values into his philanthropic work. Gates doesn't cling to objects but carries forward what they taught him in his efforts to make a positive impact globally. This approach underscores that true connection to the deceased exists not in items but in living out their ideals and principles, choosing to donate or share with others. For those who feel they must let go of possessions but struggle with guilt, donating items can be a way to honor a loved one while helping others. Donating items to people who will benefit from them can give new purpose to these belongings, transforming them from a memory of loss into a source of good. Princess Diana, known for her charitable spirit, had a similar impact even after her death. Her sons, Prince William and Prince Harry, have donated or auctioned her dresses and other belongings, allowing her legacy to contribute to charitable causes. In doing so, they honor her in a way that serves the living while keeping her memory alive. Navigating the balance between honoring loved ones and moving forward with our lives is a deeply personal journey. Items from the deceased can provide comfort and a sense of closeness, yet it's essential to ensure that they don't become burdensome. Figures like Oprah, the Dalai Lama, and Laureen Powell Jobs exemplify ways to respect and remember those we love by focusing on values. Contributions. and memories, rather than merely holding onto objects. By finding ways to honor loved ones through actions and ideals, we allow their legacy to live on within us while giving ourselves the freedom to embrace new chapters in our own lives. This balance empowers us to remember those who have passed without letting their memory prevent us from living fully in the present. Clutter, clearing for clarity. Clutter often creeps into our lives unnoticed, accumulating in our homes, offices, and even our minds. It manifests as a collection of unused items, disorganized spaces, and mental distractions that can cloud our ability to think clearly and feel centered. The act of decluttering is not merely about tidiness, it is a profound practice of creating space for clarity, creativity, and peace. Understanding the impact of clutter on our mental state can help us appreciate the importance of decluttering and its role in achieving a more focused and intentional life. The psychological impact of clutter. Clutter has a unique ability to influence our mental state. Research has shown that living in a disorganized space can lead to increased stress, anxiety, and feelings of being overwhelmed. The visual chaos of clutter can distract us from what truly matters, making it difficult to concentrate on important tasks or decisions. When surrounded by clutter, our brains have to work harder to process information, leading to cognitive overload. Consider the example of Marie Kondo, the organizing consultant and author known for her KonMari method. Kondo emphasizes that a cluttered space can hinder our ability to think clearly and achieve our goals. She suggests that by clearing out items that no longer spark joy, we make room for clarity and focus. Kondo's approach not only encourages physical decluttering but also promotes a mental shift, inviting individuals to reflect on their values and aspirations. The physical and emotional toll of clutter. Beyond the psychological implications, clutter can also have a tangible impact on our emotional well-being. Many people find that their mood improves after decluttering. A clean and organized environment fosters a sense of accomplishment and control, while a cluttered space can evoke feelings of frustration and helplessness. This emotional toll is particularly evident in high-pressure environments, such as the offices of leaders and innovators. Take Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, as an example. Musk is known for his intense work ethic and focus on innovation. He has often spoken about the importance of maintaining a clear and functional workspace to enhance productivity. By minimizing clutter, Musk creates an environment that allows him to concentrate on problem-solving and creative thinking. His approach demonstrates how a clean space can facilitate clarity of thought, enabling leaders to tackle complex challenges effectively. Decluttering as a reflective practice. Decluttering is not just about tossing out old items, it is also a reflective practice that encourages individuals to consider their relationship with their belongings. Each item we choose to keep or discard can reveal insights about our values, priorities, and emotional attachments. Engaging in this process can lead to a deeper understanding of what truly matters in our lives. For example, Oprah Winfrey, a powerful figure known for her advocacy of personal growth and well-being, often speaks about the importance of creating a space that reflects one's true self. She emphasizes that clutter can create mental barriers that prevent us from reaching our potential. In her own life, Oprah has made it a point to declutter her surroundings, ensuring that her environment aligns with her goals and aspirations. This practice not only enhances her clarity but also serves as a model for others seeking to cultivate a more intentional life. The role of technology in clutter management. In today's digital age, clutter extends beyond our physical environments to our digital spaces as well. Electronic devices are often filled with outdated files, unread emails, and unused applications, creating a different kind of clutter that can overwhelm our senses. Digital clutter can be just as distracting as physical clutter, making it difficult to focus on important tasks. Tech entrepreneur Tim Ferriss, author of The 4-Hour Workweek, advocates for the benefits of minimizing both physical and digital clutter. Ferriss emphasizes the importance of regular digital detoxes, encouraging individuals to unsubscribe from unnecessary emails and delete unused applications. By implementing these practices, he argues that we can enhance our productivity and mental clarity. Ferris's approach highlights the interconnectedness of our physical and digital spaces, demonstrating that decluttering is a holistic practice that encompasses all aspects of our lives. Establishing a routine for clarity. Creating a routine for decluttering can make the process more manageable and effective. Regularly dedicating time to organize and assess our belongings can prevent clutter from accumulating and becoming overwhelming. This routine can include a variety of practices, such as daily tidying, seasonal deep cleans, or setting aside time each week to evaluate our possessions. Consider the practice of minimalism, which encourages individuals to simplify their lives by reducing possessions and focusing on what truly matters. Prominent minimalist advocates, such as Joshua Becker and the minimalists, Ryan Nicodemus and Joshua Fields Milburn, share their insights on how simplifying one's life can lead to greater clarity and fulfillment. They emphasize that minimalism is not about deprivation but rather about intentional living and making space for the things that truly enhance our lives. By adopting a minimalist mindset, individuals can cultivate clarity in both their physical and mental environments. The connection between clutter and creativity. Interestingly, clutter can also influence our creative processes. While some individuals may find inspiration in a chaotic environment, for many, clutter stifles creativity. A cluttered space can create distractions that inhibit innovative thinking and problem-solving. Steve Jobs is often cited as an example of a leader who understood the connection between clarity and creativity. His workspace was famously minimalist, reflecting his belief that simplicity fosters creativity. By surrounding himself with only what was essential, Jobs created an environment conducive to innovative thinking. This philosophy is evident in Apple's design ethos, which prioritizes simplicity and clarity in its products. Jobs' approach serves as a powerful reminder that decluttering can unleash creative potential, allowing ideas to flow freely. Clutter and its impact on relationships. Clutter does not only affect our individual well-being, it can also impact our relationships with others. A disorganized space can create tension and frustration within households or workplaces, leading to conflicts and misunderstandings. When individuals feel overwhelmed by clutter, they may project that stress onto their relationships, leading to a cycle of negativity. Consider the example of Ellen DeGeneres, a well-known television host and comedian. DeGeneres has often spoken about the importance of creating a positive and organized environment for her team and guests. Her set is known for its inviting and clutter-free design, reflecting her commitment to fostering a positive atmosphere. By prioritizing organization and clarity, DeGeneres enhances not only her own well-being but also that of those around her, creating an environment where creativity and collaboration can thrive. Embracing the process of decluttering. Ultimately, the process of decluttering is a journey rather than a destination. It requires ongoing reflection, commitment, and a willingness to let go of what no longer serves us. As we navigate this journey, it's essential to remember that decluttering is not about achieving perfection but rather about creating a space that aligns with our values and aspirations. Catherine Massoud, an advocate for mental health and personal development, encourages individuals to view decluttering as a form of self-care. She emphasizes that taking the time to create an organized environment is an investment in our mental and emotional well-being. By embracing decluttering as a continuous process, we can cultivate clarity and intention in our lives, ultimately leading to a greater sense of fulfillment. The freedom of letting go. Letting go of clutter can be liberating, allowing us to reclaim our space and our minds. As we declutter, we create opportunities for new experiences, relationships, and insights to emerge. This freedom can foster a sense of empowerment, enabling individuals to take charge of their lives and pursue their goals with renewed vigor. Consider the journey of J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series. Rowling faced numerous challenges and setbacks before achieving success, and she often credits her ability to let go of the past as a key factor in her journey. By releasing the fears and doubts that once held her back, she was able to create the space necessary for her creativity to flourish. Rowling's story illustrates that letting go of clutter, both physical and mental, can lead to remarkable transformations and opportunities. Clearing clutter is an essential practice for fostering clarity and well-being. By understanding the psychological and emotional toll of clutter, individuals can appreciate the transformative power of decluttering. Public figures such as Marie Kondo, Oprah Winfrey, and Steve Jobs exemplify how prioritizing organization and clarity can enhance personal and professional success. As we navigate our own journeys of decluttering, it's important to embrace the process as an ongoing commitment to ourselves. By letting go of what no longer serves us, we create space for clarity, creativity, and new opportunities. The act of decluttering is not merely about physical organization, it is a powerful practice that can lead to profound shifts in our lives, ultimately allowing us to live with greater intention and fulfillment. The path to mindful living through clarity. As we come to the end of our exploration into the energetic value of a clean space, let's take a moment to reflect on the profound impact that decluttering can have on our lives. We've seen how, in Buddhism, every object we possess carries energy, either uplifting or burdensome. By releasing items that no longer serve us, we open ourselves to new possibilities, inviting positive energy and clarity into our lives. We've journeyed through various aspects of our living environments, from old clothes that cling to past identities to broken objects that represent stagnation. Each step of the way, we've learned practical strategies to transform our spaces, enabling us to walk the enlightened path. As you start to recognize the symbolism behind your possessions, think of your space as a reflection of your mind. A cluttered space can lead to a cluttered mind, while a clean and organized environment fosters peace and focus. Now, I invite you to take action. Choose one item from your life, perhaps an old pair of shoes or a broken mug, and let it go. Feel the weight lift as you release that attachment, marking a commitment to embrace a more harmonious existence. Remember, every little step counts toward fostering a life aligned with Buddhist ideals of mindfulness and letting go. In closing, I want to leave you with this thought: your home is an extension of your mind. As you bring clarity to one, you illuminate the other. By tuning into these practices, you are not just cleaning your physical space, you are cultivating an inner sanctuary filled with abundance and tranquility. Thank you for joining us on this journey today. If you found value in our discussion and wish to continue exploring how Buddhist teachings can enhance your everyday life, please subscribe and share this video. Together, let's create a community that thrives on intention, mindfulness, and the beauty of simplicity.